Jai Gurudev everyone. So I was talking to some doctors a couple of days back and they told me that almost 70 to 90% of people are either with very mild symptoms of COVID-19 or they are suspected patients of COVID-19. So in today's video, we are going to discuss and learn a few breathing techniques, pranayamas, that we can practice at home during our home isolation, or if we are hospitalized with very mild symptoms, we don't have breathlessness and shortness of breath or very high fever and we are able to sit up. So we must practice these exercises. As we all understand today that it's very important for oxygenation of body to remain maintained, remain stable. And to achieve that, there are very simple breathing exercises that we can use as supportive techniques along with whatever medication that you are on to regain your strength and regain your health faster. Before I begin the exercises, I would suggest that people who are home quarantined or isolated and do not have very severe symptoms, it's very important that we stay a little mobile. Couple of minutes walking in your room every few hours is extremely essential. And of course, follow a good diet and take out time for meditation. So there are a lot of meditations on YouTube. Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji's YouTube channel, if you visit it, there are more than 200 meditations that he has recorded and which we can just play and meditate along with. So we will begin with some shoulder mobility exercises, because you know what happens when we stay in a certain posture for a long time and prolonged lying down and also being anxious and scared due to the times that we are in, we tend to accumulate a lot of stress around our shoulder and neck area and a lot of stiffness happens here. So the mobility of the shoulders goes down, this clavicle doesn't really function the way it should, and because of that the room for expansion of lungs is reduced, which in turn of course leads to shortness of breath, which again is not good for your health. So what we will do is, the first thing that we will learn is some shoulder pumping. So you sit up straight. As you inhale through the nose, just pull up your shoulders and squeeze them up against your ears. And now exhale through the mouth with a sound ha, and let your shoulders drop down and relax. Ha. You can do this about 7 to 9 times, and this can be practiced, rather whatever I'm going to teach you now, these 5-6 exercises, you can practice the entire set at least twice if not 3 times every day, and this should be practiced on an empty stomach, or you should wait 1.5 to 2 hours after food to practice these. And the next one that we are going to practice is called shoulder pumping. It is a Sukshma Vyayam practice and very, very effective for, of course, relaxing the shoulders and creating mobility around this area, but also for building lung capacity and, bringing the lungs into motion. It also enables a lot of blood circulation around our lungs, which is, of course, again helps heal and strengthen the lungs. So what we are going to do is, we'll make a loose fist with our hands and inhale from the nose. Now hold your breath in. While you hold your breath in, just pump your shoulders up and down like this. Ha! Hold for as long as you comfortably can, and when it is not possible to hold anymore, you release the breath out through the mouth with the ha sound, and relax your hands and push your shoulders down as well. So loose fist, breathe in, hold your breath and pump the shoulders. So remember, you are pumping your shoulders with your breath held in. Hold for as long as you can and exhale with a ha sound. I'll show you one more time. Remember, do not force yourself. People with very mild symptoms can practice this. Others may just skip this one and move to the next one. Okay, so the next breathing that we are going to do is called abdominal breathing. So for this breath, what we have to do is we place our hand on the stomach. We breathe in through the nose, and as we breathe in, push the tummy out as much as possible. So your attention is on your stomach, and all you're doing is like a balloon, you are bloating your tummy out. And exhale, pull your navel in. After this, we will be learning thoracic breathing. So this time we will breathe from the chest. So we don't think about the stomach anymore. We place our hand on the chest, and with every inhalation, we expand our chest on all the sides. We can also lift the shoulders up, lifting up the clavicles so that we create more room for lungs to expand. So this also can be practiced from 6 to 9 breaths every time. So place your hand on your chest. Breathe in through the nose. Expand your chest in all sides. Exhale, let your chest relax down. After this, we will breathe taking help from the side ribs. So we should know that the major part of our lungs is on the back. So it's important that we are able to give some expansion around on the side and the back as well. So what we will do is we will place our hands on the sides of our ribs like this or like this. Now, as we inhale, we'll expand our ribs on the sides, like side wings. We expand our ribs on the side, and then as we exhale, we bring the ribs in. So we practice this also for a couple of times, say 6 to 9 breaths, and you will see how much you have created space inside your thoracic cavity for lungs to expand, and you will feel the volume of air that you take in after this practice is much more than before. So place your hands here on the sides. Now breathe in, and as if you're pushing the ribs out on the sides. That's the kind of feeling you want to have. It's a lateral expansion on the sides. And relax. So the abdominal, thoracic and side ribs. Moving on, we will learn another breathing technique which is called the pursed-lipped breathing. Now this kind of breathing has proved very helpful for people who are suffering from acute respiratory disorders or shortness of breath or difficulty in breathing. It is more or less like the straw breathing that we do in The Art of Living, but the only difference here would be that we are inhaling through the nose while the exhalation is through the mouth with lips pouting in a pursed form. The exhalation here is very slow, controlled and long compared to inhalation. So I will just show you once and then we can practice it together. So it's more or less like, whistling. So we bring the lips together in a pout and we breathe out, making this whistling sound. Making sure that the breath is slowly moving out and it's not pushed out actively and forcefully. So what are we doing? We are retaining the breath for a longer time inside the lungs, enabling a better gaseous exchange. So we inhale and we breathe out very slowly, bit by bit, to allow the breath to stay inside our lungs. This can also be practiced 10 to 15 times, and then you can repeat it twice or 3 times every day. After this, we are going to do another variation of the similar breathing, which is more or less like blowing candles. It can be done in 2 ways. You can either blow out 1 candle with 1 breath, or you can use 1 inhalation to blow out multiple candles. So I will show you both. First, 1 candle, 1 breath. So the difference between pursed breathing and this is forced active exhalation. Now the other variation of this can be, just imagine you have placed some 5-6 candles all around you and you start blowing them out, starting from the right side, going all the way to the left, and then from left going all the way to the right. So you take a deep breath in. In addition to this, the classical pranayama practices like Bhramari, Nadi Shodhan and Bhastrika are extremely essential for health of your respiratory system and your lungs. Pranayams like Nadi Shodhan will also help calm down your nerves, bring a nice balance in your body's functions, bring your blood pressure down. Lowering blood pressure is also aided by Bhramari Pranayam. Now people with heart problems, for you it's advised that you're doing Bhramari twice, thrice every day, because Bhramari helps produce nitric oxide in the body, which of course in turn helps strengthen our cardiac system and also helps boosting our immunity. Similarly, Bhastrika creates a lot of expansion in our chest cavity and trains our lungs to breathe better and easier. So these are practices that if we do every day, even if we are healthy and we have managed really well protecting ourselves from this virus. So you continue these practices and stay healthy and happy no matter what. Those who are in home isolation or with mild symptoms in the hospitals, along with whatever medications you're taking, use these techniques to support your recovery so that you can quickly come back home and be back with your family. God bless you. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Jai Gurudev.